Hi there everyone, and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I don't just do exam videos. I thought it'd be a fun and cool idea to take a couple exams because it would really be good for my whole British versus American series to really see the difference, and maybe I'll do a couple more down the line, but oh boy, those are a joy to edit, so we'll see. But anyway, today I'm going to examine why I'm not going to VidCon. Title. So, VidCon. If you've been following me for a while, you'll know that I've actually been to every single VidCon bar the first. I actually found out about the convention for the first time right when I was beginning to involve myself in the YouTube community. I just started making videos, I was watching loads of different YouTubers, and then some of the YouTubers I watched were talking about this convention out in LA for people like us. You see, the concept of the first original VidCon was so incredibly cool. This thing that we do that isn't really popular at the time, I know it's an overused trope at this point, but back in the day, if you talked about watching YouTubers or making videos, people would be like, what? That website with the dog on the skateboard? I know it's overused, but that's because that's literally everything people would say. The cat video website? Yes. It was not really popular to watch videos or to make videos, and the fact that there was a convention out there for people that enjoyed online video, I was there. That was it. They sold me. I'm in. So I continued making videos from my college dorm and involving myself in the YouTube community as much as I could. And then I worked 2 jobs, got enough money, and flew to LA for the first time for the 2nd annual VidCon. By golly, that first VidCon I went to was amazing. Not only did I get to meet so many new friends that all have the same interest in me, YouTube, I got to meet people that I'd been talking to online for years that I was like, oh my gosh, you're a real person. You know, you exist and you're here. We've made videos together while we were there. I also got to just hang out in the lobby hoping to see someone I recognized. I ran into Tessa Violet, then Mika Kitty at the time, and I was like, oh my gosh, her editing is so good. She's so good at this. I got to go to panels to learn how to become a better YouTuber. It was really a good convention. It was everything that I was hoping it would be. And from there, the convention just got bigger and bigger and changed more and more. Now, this isn't a video in which I go, oh, everything changed and I'm so upset about it. Things naturally changed. The state of YouTube has changed a lot. So of course, a convention about YouTube is going to change, but there's some things that definitely didn't have to change that have been changed. I'm saying change a lot. I should change that. Now, before I get into this, I've seen a couple videos of YouTubers saying how they weren't invited to VidCon and yada yada. I was not invited to come back to VidCon this year, and I do not want to come off as if I deserve to be, or if I'm entitled to be. I'm not. I'm just one of thousands and thousands of YouTubers out there on the platform. And VidCon, as a convention, have their duty to kind of invite the most relevant and big and, people that are going to bring ticket sales to the convention. So I really can't blame them for that, and I'm not going to throw myself a pity party because I wasn't invited this year. That's okay. I don't think they owe anything to me for my 9 years of support. That's just oh, that's cool. But at the end of the day, it's a convention, okay? That's not what I'm upset about. But what I am upset about, I can break down into a couple different categories. So why was it the first VidCon I went to is so good and the recent ones haven't really been that good? Well, back in the day, there was just one YouTube community. I know this is talked about often, but the thing was, because YouTube wasn't that popular, you knew everyone that was making videos. You knew all the top YouTubers. You could go to this convention and know you'll meet someone that knows who I Talk to Snakes is, who watches Charlie So Cool Like. These are people that everyone knows. And so it was basically one solid community. Nowadays, YouTube is broken up into hundreds and thousands of communities, even just within individual countries. You could be talking to a YouTuber and they'll be saying how much they really love them, and you're like, I've never heard of that person. They'll be like, they have 16 million subscribers. What? Who the heck is Jackass Films? You just can't know everyone. The VidCon community used to be a community around the nerdy type, around the different type, around the Vlogbrothers style YouTube vlogging channels. Over time, it has quickly changed into just, do you get views? Come on in. Is that a bad thing? Not really. Like I said, there's just a lot of other YouTubers out there. I'm just saying, it's different, it has a different vibe, and therefore, because it's impossible to get everyone just for one community, it's going to feel like everyone isn't really there for the same reason. But here's the thing, even if we acknowledge that this is because YouTube as a whole has changed, we cannot discount the fact that the original and sole purpose of VidCon did not need to change, but definitely has. VidCon was a convention for YouTubers. It was a convention for online video, and that's what it was. And it was great. It felt like validation, like I said. Nowadays, it is just about companies. This wasn't really that transparent until VidCon was bought by Viacom, and then it was just so transparent, you'd have to be putting on blinders to ignore it. The expo hall at VidCon used to be this really lovely place where you could walk around and see loads of different companies that are working in the online video field. You could find a selfie stick for your GoPro. You could find editing software to make better videos, or all these different niche companies that are trying to get to YouTubers. But as the convention became less and less and less about YouTubers and more about people that watch them, it just became an advertising free fest of oversaturation of different commercials and things to try and get those eyes in front of the brands. The current business model is invite loads of YouTubers that are going to get their fans to buy tickets to hopefully see them, and then shove loads and loads and loads and loads of ads down their throats. VidCon nowadays is the convention embodiment of a mid-roll ad, basically. I'm thankful for pre-roll ads, I'm thankful for mid-roll ads. Without them, I wouldn't really have a job, and I'm really thankful for everyone that is able to support me. But how would you feel if every single video that I made every single week was just, you know, I wish I knew how to read. Luckily, I've been learning how to read on Skillshare, but I still couldn't do it, so I've been using Audible for audiobooks. Anyway, I gave up on that as well. I'm playing Candy Crush. I only do a brand deal on this channel like twice a year. I get offers all the time, but they're just bad. VidCon nowadays just feels like a YouTuber that has taken every single email they've ever received and said yes to every mobile game company. That's what it feels like. When you go to the expo hall now, you are met with not a YouTube-based company, you're met with the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, owned by Viacom, the Nickelodeon booth, owned by Viacom, the MTV booth, owned by Viacom. Do you get the picture here? This is no longer something about YouTube. This isn't about making YouTube. This isn't about watching YouTube. It's about promoting Viacom's IPs. It's about promoting the company that bought the company. It's now a Viacom convention. They should change it to Viacom. Still close. The worst part is, the whole reason that people even buy tickets to this convention nowadays is to hopefully see the YouTubers they like so much. But they've made it such an incredibly strong dichotomy between creator and viewer that is not possible. You are not allowed as a creator to go out and meet fans. As much as I tried to do that, every time I did, I got told off and told I had to go back to the secret hotel because fans were going to cause a riot. And I'm like, I mean, I don't have that type of fan group. I feel like everyone that likes my videos, we just have chats, we just talk, no one's freaking out here. But rules are rules, that's just how it is. So you get this weird package sold to you that you're going to meet all these YouTubers and it's gonna be great, because that's the way it used to be. And now it's just, you go to the convention, get loads of ads in your face, and then maybe you see that YouTuber that you like on a panel, and maybe you can learn something. But no, it's all about the ads now. One of the biggest signals that VidCon's going down that I'm sure every one of you would have noticed if you followed them on Twitter is their social media presence nowadays is absolutely horrifically dreadful. Overnight, after the Viacom acquisition, they just went, let's just hire a 14-year-old boy to tweet for us. It went from a very well-respected Twitter account for a well-respected convention in the YouTube community to, hey guys, tweet us your favorite song with C in the title. What? Is this 2014? You used to tweet things that were relevant to YouTube or relevant to the convention, and now it's just, tweet us your favorite color? Like, this is, I don't know. I don't know why I'm so passionate about this. I guess it's because it feels like a friend that I had that we used to be buddy-buddy, and now they've just become so gross that I don't know how I feel about them anymore. Anyone that's even dipped their toe in the social media space knows what those tweets are. They are just engagement-getting tweets. They are just, hey, we're just trying to get more engagement so that our bosses think we're doing a good job, and so we get more favorites on our tweets, so therefore we can get more ads in front of your face at VidCon. That's all it is. None of that is good at all. And those type of people that make those tweets all the time, people just see them. Most people that make videos and go, oh, that type of person. Why would VidCon, something that had been so good and so much on the good side, decide overnight because a company bought it, hey, who cares about all the years we've been working on this? Let's just go for 100% engagement. Don't care what people think about it. It's just so cringe. To the point where they clearly just have loads of just random scheduled tweets about things that don't really matter. Like, tweet us your favorite beauty vlogger. Tweeted, ironically, at the same exact time all the James Charles stuff was happening. Because, you know, that it's not a human anymore. There is no human behind this company. It is just a company. And it's not even a company. It is a corporation. It is just Viacom. All this has happened in the last 2 years, by the way. Before that, VidCon was a growing company. It was still good. You could feel like it had a heart and soul, and it had people in charge of it. But nowadays, it is just a corporation. One of the biggest things that also just ruined my respect for the company was when they decided to do a convention in London. Because it just felt like they had done zero research at all in the YouTube space in the UK. For this convention, they basically only invited American YouTubers. Of the British ones they invited, and this isn't shade at all, if you look at the list, there's a couple YouTubers you can see on that list where you're like, how many tickets do you think they sold? How many people saw their name on the list and went, I'm gonna buy it for this None. Like, genuinely. There's so many people where I was like, who picked those people? It just felt like the one person they had in charge in the UK basically asked one guy and went, invite your friends, we want people here. No research was done at all. And the thing was, you could tell, they did not sell any tickets for VidCon London. So much so, one, they had to give tickets away for free. They gave tickets away to all London universities just to be like, please come so it looks like there's people here. So that way the advertisers that paid money to come here actually feel like they got a good value. Two, they paid a YouTuber 30 grand to come because they hadn't sold enough tickets, which I find quite interesting because I'm not against paying YouTubers to come to your convention, considering the only reason people are coming is for the YouTubers, but it really showed a complete mismanagement of the scene that they could have invited so many different UK YouTubers who would have been happy to come. But instead, because they couldn't sell any tickets because they don't know what they're doing, they have to pay someone 30 grand to come. And what? That's all right. That's okay. What about Geordie Shore? If you're not in the UK, it's exactly what it sounds like. The reality show in the UK based on Jersey Shore. They sold so little tickets from the YouTube demographic that the convention is supposed to be about, they had to reach out to reality show demographic people that watch those. Ah yes, my favorite YouTubers are Snooki from Jersey Shore. Can't wait to see her at my next VidCon. What the frick? Like, it was so embarrassing to see posters up going, meet the cast of Geordie Shore at VidCon, the biggest influencer convention in the world. Here's the thing. Hank Green, lovely guy, founded the convention, absolutely nothing negative to say about that guy, he's a lovely dude. I remember seeing a video of his a couple years back in which he said, the word he hates the most out of anything else is influencer. Sells the company. How does he feel now, I wonder, if posters in London are up saying, come to the world's biggest convention of influencers? That's just, who was your demo? They don't know. They clearly have no clue. It is no longer about YouTube. It is no longer about making videos. It is about selling tickets, getting those eyes behind companies, and it just makes me sad because it used to be such a good thing. And now it's influencers. Who's gonna buy a ticket because they can't wait to meet the next Nobody likes influencers. That's not a word that influencers like. It's not a word that normal people like. Why would you use that to market? I feel like I could have hired a 16-year-old person that watches YouTube videos daily, and they would have done a better job managing VidCon London. And they sold so few tickets despite all these techniques, they literally had to squeeze everyone into a smaller room so it looked like there was more people. But mismanagement of London aside, just looking back at LA, with all of these things, I was feeling so upset as if I'd lost a friend, and I kept thinking, maybe there's still some type of human connection between me and VidCon. Maybe it's not this nostalgia-driven thing where I'm only going to chase this ghost of what it used to be. And then VidCon has a big announcement, everyone. Can you believe it? Tana Mongoose, the YouTuber that literally spent an hour-long video besmirching the entire convention, saying it was horrible, doxing the name of a lovely employee of the company that did nothing wrong, and getting people to send her death threats. Oh, that girl? That one? The one that made her own convention the next year that everyone knew was gonna fail, that failed miserably and hurt lots of people and stole lots of money from people? Oh, her? Oh, we're gonna invite her back. Oh, that's really great. That makes a lot of sense from a company that's owned by Viacom, especially when Tana has a thing with MTV, which is owned by Viacom. Wow, it all makes sense. Nothing matters at all except money. And at that moment, that was the final nail in the coffin. I was out. I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe that they had decided all of this didn't matter. All that mattered was people like Tana with that type of audience buy our tickets, come in front of our advertisers. Come on, guys. It just makes me sad. The amount of good memories I've had, the amount of friends that I've made across VidCons, it doesn't change that fact. All it does is mean this is the first year I will not be going. And it just makes me really, really sad. But on a positive end, there are conventions like Summer in the City, a convention in London that is still run by people that know what people like in YouTube. It is about YouTube. It's always managed well, and I'm really excited to go. Here's my schedule if you're gonna be in London during these times. That'd be good if I get to meet you there. But it is gonna be a hard pill to swallow to see the 3 friends I think I have that are actually going to this year's VidCon, you know, partying it up, and I'll be like, I wish I could be there. But also, I don't. But actually, I'm way more excited to go to a convention that is actually about YouTube, that's actually about online video, and isn't just 1,000 advertisements thrown in my face, where I don't have to say, hey guys, meet me on the Kia Soul main stage. What a joke. Evan, why do you care so much? Because it was part of me at some point in time. You know, I define myself as a YouTuber. I came from the bottom. I started going as a fan, and I started making videos and learning and trying to be a better YouTuber, and VidCon, I felt like was there with me. I felt like it was always that thing, this like high pedestal of a good thing that it validated me, and slowly it slipped away. Just like being a YouTuber nowadays is a bit less if you're watching the wrong type of people, it just feels like VidCon is no longer a YouTuber convention. It's not a convention for people like me. And that makes me sad. But hey, people that got shares in VidCon, dab it up. You got lots of money, so hooray. Whew, okay, well, I've ranted enough, and it's 33 degrees in London right now, and I'm absolutely boiling. If you've ever been to VidCon, Summer in the City, or any other conventions, I'd love to hear from you in the comments, like an actual discussion here. Like, have you noticed this shift as well? Like, what are your thoughts? Do you think there's a way for it to go back, or do you think everything is destined to go this way, to just be for companies and greed? Anyway, I hope you enjoyed my rant. If you did, I appreciate it. You know, you thumb me. You don't have to. I also make other videos all the time. There's 2 of them right there if you want to watch. But thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one. Goodbye.